this is Nana Window. Listen to Personality Profiles with Lexus Bill. Get inspired, get nourished, and grow to be the best that you want to be. Personality Profile and 99.7 FM. I love it.
Hello, Ghana. My name is Senor Jose, CEO of the Ghana Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors. Keep listening to Personality Profile with Lexus Bill because it delivers the value that sets you apart for success.
I'm Kofi, Current Affairs Editor of BBC Africa. Keep listening to Lexus Bill on Personality Profile on Joy 99.7 FM. You could just be able to hear the best piece of advice that sets you on the course to success.
Hello people, this is Rocky Dawouni and you are listening to Personality Profile on Joy 99.7 FM with my man Lexus Bills. This is the show that is meant to inspire you. This is the show that is meant for you to aspire to your greatest self.
Hi, this is Nadia Antano, Miss Ghana 2013. Keep listening to Personality Profile with Lexus Bill every Thursday at 7 p.m. on Joy FM and be inspired.
Hi, my name is James Ebo White, or everyone calls me Uncle Ebo White. You know, what you'll be 5 years from now depends on only two things: the books you read and the people you meet. On Personality Profile, you meet the kind of people you need to meet to make your transition to your greatness. You want a program that would help you, inspire you, motivate you. Why bother to turn to other channels? Just stay here on Personality Profile and you get all the inspiration you need.
Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best. You can be the King Kong banging on your chest.
You can beat the world, you can beat the war. You can talk to God, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock.
Yeah.
You can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself.
Standing in the Hall of Fame. You can run the mile, you can walk straight through hell with a smile.
You could be the hero, you can get the gold. Breaking all the records they thought never could be broke.
Yeah, do it for your people, do it for your pride. And you're never gonna know if you never even try.
Do it for your country, do it for your name. Cause there's gonna be a day when you're
standing in the Hall of Fame. And the world's gonna know your name. Be politicians, be preachers, be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers, be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers, be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions. Standing in the Hall of Fame. And the world's gonna know your name.
be a champion.
As always, you could be sitting in the Hall of Fame and the world will know your name. Good evening and welcome to Personality Profile here on Joy 99.7 FM. Of course, another Thursday evening affords us the opportunity to spend time with amazing people doing great things in Ghana. And this evening, as always, we have one such good conversation for you. You're going to love it. So welcome along. Our video is live on our Facebook wall. You can actually go check it out. You can share the video. You can let your friends and family know that, hey, Personality Profile is on. My name is Lexus Bale. Welcome along. Yeah? So tonight I'm spending time with an amazing brother who is a technology and innovation professional with over 18 years of experience across various industries, spanning telecommunications, free zones, utilities, entrepreneurship and innovation. In February 2017, he was actually appointed as Managing Director of the Accra Digital Center, the Ghana Digital Centers Limited, where he was tasked to lead and drive innovation and entrepreneurship in the tech ecosystem to help harness the digital potential of Ghana. And as the first MD of the center, he operationalized the digital center and achieved 100% occupancy in 2 years. That's really cool. Under his stewardship, hundreds of startups were supported, while thousands of youth were trained in digital skills. Well, in 2019, he actually won the Africa Public Sector Conference's Young Public Sector CEO of the Year Award, the International Telecommunications Union ITU Global Ecosystem Best Practice Award, and was listed among the 30 most eminent STEM CEOs in Ghana in 2020. Yeah, he holds a computer science degree from my school, KNUST, an MA in marketing strategy from the University of Ghana, a professional diploma in marketing from CIM UK, and other professional qualifications. Currently, though, he's a chief executive officer of the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, where he's been leading the repositioning of the NEIP to focus more on innovation and startups. Kofi Ofosu Nkansah is my guest here on Personality Profile. Kofi Akwaba.
Let's this, bro. Thanks so much, my brother. Thanks
Good to see you. How are you doing?
We are managing. We are on the job.
Yeah.
Both political and the corporate one.
I see that. You've been busy this past couple of weeks because I think was it 2 weeks ago that you launched the president's pitch?
Yeah, the presidential pitch, which is a business competition for startups.
Oh, okay.
Nationwide, we select 30 best businesses, bring them to Accra, screen them. And then at the grand finale, we have 10 of them pitched to the president across the various sectors, manufacturing and processing, TVED, creative arts, agribusiness, what have you. We give awards to the top 10 and most importantly, link them to prospective investors so that they can grow and scale their businesses and become the unicorns of tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, when the Americans talk about unicorns, it means startups with a value of at least $1 billion. So if we contextualize that locally, we are looking at building businesses that can have revenue of at least $1 billion Ghana cedis, and that is a lot.
Have we achieved any yet?
So far, we have some startups who are doing very well, especially in the fintech sector.
Okay.
You have the likes of Chicken Man, Pizza Man, which was a beneficiary of presidential pitch in season 2, 2019.
Oh, so he was in the presidential pitch as well in 2019.
He was 10th. He couldn't win, but what mattered then was that he was linked to an investor, a strategic angel investor, and that is where they are today.
Because Chicken Man is now probably one of the biggest
the largest restaurant in the country, employing over 1,000 people with over 40 outlets in the country. So that's an example right there for you. And I think our young people are doing well. If you look at the fintech sector, the likes of ZPay, ExpressPay, and the likes, they started as startups in the content industry.
Right.
And now they are doing so well, across the African region and providing fintech services to the millions of people in the continent. And that is what is, giving us the energy to invest more in young people, because they are the ones who hold the future. They are the ones who are going to create their jobs for their fellows. We have thousands of people who come out of our universities this year, and what to do is a problem. So what government is doing basically is to build an entrepreneurial nation, which is being tiered across various levels. At the top level, you have the Development Bank Ghana, Exim Bank, and the rest, who are providing stimulus packages to the 1D, 1F, the pharmaceutical companies, the testers and companies, and the big companies. When you come down, you have the likes of Ghana Enterprises Agency, which are helping the existing SMEs. And then at the lower tier, you have NEIP and others who are helping nurture the startups right from ideation stage to prototype, to developing their products, to launch, to commercializing them, going to market and what have you, so that we do the hand-holding to ensure that they can graduate to the higher levels, and then when they get there, those up there will also take over and continue with the support.
No, that's really cool. I think in the past couple of years, the government has been driving this whole entrepreneurship agenda and whatnot. Are we seeing fruits? Are we seeing?
I think we are.
Some good entrepreneurs?
I think we are, because the appetite for entrepreneurship has really gone up.
Okay.
When we put up calls for application for our support programs, we have thousands and thousands of youth applying. It means they are interested. They want to do it. Be it agribusiness, be it the light manufacturing, creative arts, or what have you. And we are seeing examples of very young people, sometimes below 30, who are doing so well in their chosen field. And this is what is encouraging government to continue to do it. You know, what is also interesting is that the startup and SME sector contributes to about 70% of our gross domestic product in the country. So the biggest sector is not the energy sector, it's not the big oil and gas sector or the big services sector like the banking or telecom. But those who are doing the bojo, those who are doing the virtual businesses on Instagram, those who are doing the businesses in containers across the various streets, the output of their revenues, who put it all together, you know, it is about 70% of our GDP. It means it is the biggest sector. And that is why government needs to continue to focus there to provide the needed resources, which sometimes come in the form of grants and loans, sometimes capacity building, sometimes market access and linkages, sometimes quality assurance, certification and licensing support through the relevant regulatory bodies, sometimes technology support. You know, sometimes you just link them to investors, as was done in the case of Chicken Man, Pizza Man, and then it means you are helping them grow. So we will continue to do that. What is unfortunate though is that because the appetite for entrepreneurship is high and our programs are always oversubscribed, you are not able to meet the demand in terms of the request for support. But our programs are rolled out in such a way that they are phased out. So if you are not able to enjoy the first phase, you can take advantage of second phase and so on and so forth. That is why government's biggest vehicle for creating jobs for the youth now, which is Youth Start, is being rolled out in phases, for instance. And at the phase one, over 50,000 youth are being trained across all the stages, basic, intermediate, and advanced training, and a percentage of them are going to be given grants. Those who don't qualify for the grants will get opportunity in other phases to also take advantage. And it's not just Youth Start. There are other programs as well through Ghana Enterprises Agency, through ours, NEIP, SME High Growth, Women Focused Loan, Youth-Centered facilities, and all that, which are all helping to drive growth in the private sector by way of providing different kinds of
One of the things that I really like about you is you're so, and I've listened to you speak a number of times about the things that you're doing, and you're so passionate about it. I mean,
passion is very, very important.
You speak with so much passion about the thing that you do, and I get intrigued where the inspiration is coming from, or it's just your day job, so you just get it done.
Well, I asked His Excellency the President to give me this job because I felt I had what it takes to, you know, lead an organization like NEIP, which is youth-centered and which is entrepreneurship based and innovation based as well. Because if you look at my background, technology background, and my profile, and also the work I did at a digital center, which was on digital entrepreneurship and innovation, then it was within the same scope. You know, so it was more of a continuation of what I did at the digital center. The only difference now is that you are cutting across all sectors of the economy. Anything innovation, anything entrepreneurship, you support it. So it is something I'm interested in already, and I have interest in. That is why I asked His Excellency the President for this job, and he gave it to me. And I believe that there are two things which are most important when it comes to achieving success in your chosen field of endeavor: passion and then consistency. You need to like what you are doing. You need to be a lover of that thing. If you like it, you don't even get stressed when you are doing it. You know, you do it seamlessly, effortlessly, and it comes like the way our brothers in the football space, they do it. It is their hobby, they enjoy it, and they are making money from it at the same time. So the passion is there, and of course, whatever you decide to do, you need to be consistent at it, to continuously work on it, improve it, study it. Where there are gaps, you learn from the lessons so that there is a continuous improvement on what you are doing. So that is what drives me. The interest is there in the sector, and of course, there's a consistency of making sure that our programs are well studied and any gaps that are identified, we work on them so that going forward we can do better.
You know, sometimes I get confused when I listen to you as well. Because in one part you're such a fine politician, and I see you as one of those people who wants to rise through politics to become, certainly maybe a member of parliament, to a minister, to a president, and whatnot. And then you speak about entrepreneurship so much, and I'm like, okay, so this guy, does he just want to build businesses or something like that? Have you started your entrepreneurial journey?
Well, for now, we've been tasked to help build entrepreneurs, even though we are also doing some things on the side on our own. Yeah. So that is what we are focused on and we are doing. Because how many people will get opportunity to run the President Flagship Initiative to provide integrated national support for startups and small businesses? You know, so if you are privileged to get that opportunity, then it means together with your team, you should put in whatever you have, your resources, your intellect, your network, to make sure that you deliver. So we are working according to our key performance indicators. There are metrics that we use to measure the work. Okay. We have very good team across all the sectors, from finance, M&E, projects, to funds disbursement, to all the areas, and that is what helps us. You know, any leader can only be successful if he has a good team. You know, so it is about how you deploy the team, the resources at the right places to ensure that they are delivering. Okay. And of course, having your eyes on it to ensure that you're also monitoring what is going on, because you are the number one person for accountability. Yeah. You are the most accountable. So if you ask that, for now, we are ensuring that we are providing support for innovation and entrepreneurship and doing the politics on the side. Because if there is no politics, there is no CEO. Without the politics, you will not be appointed. Yeah. You know, so we need to also water the grassroots. Yeah. You know, we need to lubricate the food soldiers machinery to ensure that it is functioning to deliver power, so that we can continue.
Is that why they call you the food soldiers president?
That one is because they send me on errands. You know, I'm their servant. I serve them, so they give me funds when I deliver. You know, to them. That's how that title came.
That's right. If you just join us, this is Personality Profile, and I'm spending time with the CEO of the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, Kofi Ofosu, Nkansah. But let's get to know you a bit more. Yeah. Where do you hail from?
So I'm from Asante Achim. Asante Achim is a Konongo area. Area. I grew up in Konongo, Dumasi. That is where I had my basic education.
Into your chini.
Into me, Asantini 100%. You know, we share a boundary with our Chims. So I don't know if that is how the name Asante Achim came into being. But if you look at Agogo, where my mom comes from, Agogo is a Paramansi and Otumfo. So it's purely Asante. Yeah. But I grew up in Konongo Dumasi because my parents were working in Konongo. And that is where I lived till I finished national service and came to Accra. Oh, really? To start working. Yeah. Wow. So I had my basic education at a school called Oxford International in Konongo. In Konongo, yeah, a very good school. Wow. Which ensured
the name sounds like it.
Yeah. Which ensured that I got very good grades to attend one of the best boys' schools. Or let me say, since you are here, let me say the best boys' school in Ghana. No. Which is Opoku High School.
I thought you said a one-off, because the last time I checked, the best boys' school was in Opoku. But
I mean, both
one of the best schools in Ghana.
Both of us and Priseka are good schools.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, after getting awarded as the best student in my year, 1996 in the district. Yes. Wow. I was able to get 12 ones that year, and I got that award. And I proceeded to Opoku School to do science there. Okay,
let's stay on life in Agogo as a young child.
Life in Konongo Dumasi.
Dumasi. Yeah. How was growing up?
Growing up, you know, you go to school, you come back on the way. Sometimes you pass somewhere to play some table tennis, to ride bicycle.
What are your parents into?
My dad is an educationist. He taught at a secondary school in Konongo Dumasi Secondary School. Okay. And my mom was a public servant at the National Youth Authority. Yeah.
So you say you had somewhat okay upbringing?
Yeah, I can say so. Yeah. Because even though, you know, these are average earners in the Ghanaian setup, they made sure we got everything. Because as at that time, the school that I attended in Konongo was the best school. You know, typically it was the mine workers. Konongo is a mining area too. The mine workers, and we travel a lot. So most of our people are in Italy. And other European countries. Yeah. So the people from Odumase, Konongo, Juyase, they go to Italy a lot.
Okay.
So typically you see
why
the wars of.
Is there a reason why they go to Italy specifically?
I don't know how it started. But when we were growing up, we saw that majority of the burgers, you know, as a teacher, were Italian burgers. And Balotelli is one of us. Bewa, he's from Odumasi. Yeah, his parents are from Odumasi, Konongo Odumasi.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, a lot of our people are there. But now, most of them have moved to England and Germany and other places. I think because of the effects on the economy. Yeah. So growing up, it was fun. School with other extracurricular activities. I was very interested. Yes, I have 3 siblings. I'm the second. 3 other siblings. I'm the second.
Okay.
I was very much interested in extracurricular activities. So I was doing the school quiz, you know, debates and those things. And we won a couple of laurels for our school. And then we also made sure we had fun with our friends by playing football, table tennis, riding bicycles and those things, even though I wasn't a good footballer.
I was going to ask, because why are you telling us? The way you say it, like, football, I'm like, okay.
So,
and then you mentioned Balotelli before that. So I'm like, hey, is this a footballer who...
Not my son too. But I was good in the tennis. And so these days, when I started my politics, I've just reconnected with my brothers.
You know, back home.
Back home. So early this year, for instance, I had a program, health insurance registration and free hair screening, and we had some games on answer. And it was at the same spot that I used to play table tennis.
Oh, I see.
You know, with Kwamra Kwache and Opani and the rest at Tampak, and it was fun reconnecting with them. So they are the people pushing me today, you know, because it excites them that one of them has gone through the mill right from Konongo and raising to this level and come back to want to serve them. And you know, and I'm a grassroots person, so I'm down there with them. We chat together, we talk together, we do everything together on WhatsApp, on Facebook, whatever. I run an open door policy, they're able to come to me and what have you. And I was also very much interested in socio-political stuff. So current affairs then, you know. I remember doing quizzes in primary school and mentioning PLO, Yasser Arafat, Gadamapuda, and those people as answers. And these are things I still remember because I used to listen to the current affairs programs on GTV then a lot. My dad would buy papers, Statesman, Chronicle, and the rest, and I'll be reading them. The words which I had for me, I will go back to him and ask him, and then he will explain it to me. So I started the political debates and arguments and conversations on current affairs right from basic school through to Opokuware. And there to at St. Mark House, I started doing the same thing, having socio-political conversations and debates in my house in Mark with my colleagues. So those who were very close to me are not surprised that I ended up becoming a politician, because it was something that I was very much interested in right from the onset. And it continued because when I went to K University too, I started TESCOM from the very first day that I entered campus.
So was there a certain career path that you wanted to chart as a young child?
Yeah. So I was fortunate enough to get some old school counselors come to Opokuware then to talk to us about career options. And when they met the science guys, you know, sciences, we have the mathematical and then the biological. So those of us who are interested in the mathematical sciences, they spoke to us about the engineering options and, of course, computer science and the rest. And I was the mathematical one. I was much more interested in the mathematical science. So hearing about computer science and how Y2K was coming and the prospects in the industry and how we were going to be the rich guys in future and all that, that is what excited me to choose computer science. Yeah, so this was 97 to 1999, you know, in the late 90s.
And they were telling you that you are going to be the rich ones.
Yeah, those who pursue, you know, careers in IT. And I think it has come to pass because now if you look at the top 10 richest people in the world, from you know, the Zuckerbergs to the Apple founders to the Google founders to all those guys, you know, they are on the technology space.
Well, and that's far-fetched. I thought you were going to say, even look at me now, I'm a rich man.
Unfortunately, I've become a computer politician.
I thought you were good.
So I'm doing house to house with the computer science. But of course, I had a career in the tech space.
Yeah.
And I'm still doing innovation support. I did, innovation and entrepreneurship support at the digital center. I did telecom charging at MTN as intelligent network and billing. Before that, I did information technology management at Free Zones. Before that, I did IT management at Ghana Water Company as national service. So, of course, even though the politics has been alongside, my profession as a tech person, I think it still helped. One advantage about the tech space also is that it's not too difficult getting a job after school.
Right.
So for some of us, it was quite smooth, especially those of us who came in the 2000s.
Yeah.
It was quite smooth for us to transition from the academia or from school to the corporate world because...
You didn't have to stay home for a long time?
No, not at all. Because, during our time, the banks were coming, the telecom companies were coming, the energy companies were expanding, and, every company needs an IT person or an IT department to look at their data analytics. And IT is also big, from networking through to hardware, to those who do the data mining, to the IT security, to the emerging ones that we have now, the AIs, the IoTs, and all those areas. It is a very big space. So everybody in that space has a place, to pursue as their career. For those of us who went to telecom early enough, we used the foundation we got to do the telecom.
Okay.
So we went into pure telecommunication stuff there, and it's helped. But some of us have now transitioned from tech people to food soldiers now, to politicians. So we are doing political computing.
That's very interesting. I mean, you've had a very interesting career journey. So life at Opokuwari, done with that. So you aced your results as well. Set up the computer science at KNUST.
Yeah. So at KNUST, it was one interesting place, and I think I enjoyed my university life very well.
Which hall?
I was at Indies Hall.
Indies?
Yeah, that was what I got. It wasn't about what you chose then. Because during our time, the university population was growing. So they started this in-out thing, and then so they were balloting and giving us halls, according to what is available. But I enjoyed Indies because during our time, I think we started boxing night and a lot of very interesting activities because I think previously, and this was having mature students as their hall. So there's this notion that I think this for them, we and Kokoro. But it changed during our time. And in this,
you have enjoyed Katanga more.
I actually ran away from Kat because of ponding. Because I couldn't imagine being pointed like the way they do to some people.
Well, they should ask me about it because
you were Katangi.
They dealt with me.
they gave it to you. Yeah. So tech was very exciting.
Yeah.
I was a serious student in the very first few years. I had good friends in my computer science class. We are still very together on our WhatsApp platform.
Okay.
We've kept the group together, and while there, I also started my political activity.
Okay.
TESCON, we were attending meeting. Then at Report, later we moved to Africa Hall to continue with our meeting, and then I ran for treasurer in 2003, 2004.
Okay.
So I became the TESCON treasurer. I remember during that time, there was a Swansea by-election, and we all deployed there to go and help. And then I also got involved in my old school activities, Opokuwari School and St. Louis Past Students Association at Kataslopsa. I was first PRO and then later became president of the group. So these were the socio-political activities I was doing on campus in addition to, being a serious computer science student.
So at that time, you had actually made up your mind that you were really going to go into politics.
I think so, because I've always had that. Even as a kid, before I went to K University, when the late band radio used to come home, to have meetings, I would go and witness what was happening, even as a teenager then, to join their meetings and follow. So the interest was there. If they are doing the, Jama and the Soroku, singing the political songs, when we used to sing against President Rawlings then, because we wanted to come to power, I would join the chorus and sing, and I remember all those things like yesterday. So the interest was there right from basic school, high school, through to secondary school. And then when I went to the university and saw the structures of TESCON, I took advantage of it, and I've never looked back because it's been continuous for me after school politically. The bridge between Kenya University, and now for me was social media. Fortunately for me, a few years after graduating, social media came into being, and it was a tool I used to do my politics.
How did you use it?
So after getting my Facebook account, whatever I had here politically, I put it there. Whether it was in 2008 that we were canvassing and asking people to go and vote in the runoff. If you go to my Facebook right now and you type 2008 runoff, it will pop up and you see that even then in 2008, I was asking people to go to the party head office in Asalam Dam to take buses to go and vote in the runoff so that we could win. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But it continued from there, and I continued propagating the good works of President Kofi because the record was there. And also, of course, giving it to our colleagues on the other side, NDC, exposing their weakness and all that. So some of my brothers, they don't like me too much because I was very vociferous and giving it to them on social media.
How did you assess the potential of social media way back then?
So I think I saw it very early. I remember when we were at MTN, my colleagues used to laugh at me. Some of them that, Ofosu per Facebook, he's doing this. But I saw it as something which was going to become big in future, and I started using it then. And I think those of us who started communicating politically early enough, we got an advantage. We grew, we learned the game, and we also got access to those who mattered in the party.
Okay.
And I will attribute my growth in the party politically partly to social media, because the Konongo boy in Konongo Dumasi, if you don't put what is in your head on social media, how would the campaign manager see it to call you that no, you are smart, so come and join the social media team, or come and do this, or help us organize loyal ladies, or you can help put together professionals for change, or all those things that we'll be able to do with social media. And it's a very powerful tool because that is what we have leveraged to organize a youth. Before the advent of social media, a lot of our young ladies were not so much interested in politics, but we have used that tool to mobilize them. Now if you come on WhatsApp, we have thousands of WhatsApp groups for our ladies. We have a lot of Facebook groups for our ladies that we use to organize them. Same for the youth. And you use that to connect the people together. When you have to meet physically and go and deploy the resources on the ground, you go and do it. But the starting point is that you need a communication tool to communicate to people, to link up with each other, to bring the people together, because it's very difficult reaching people afar. But because of social media, even if people are abroad, you're able to communicate to them.
It's interesting you mentioned this, because now social media has not just become a tool for connecting with friends and family and business associates like you're saying, but people are now using it to monetize their businesses and whatnot. And so for you sitting where you sit now as the CEO of the NEIP and whatnot, and having also worked as the CEO of the Ghana Digital Centers, this is exciting times for you.
So it is one of the main tools that we use to increase revenue. So even when I was at the digital center, we used to do digital marketing training for a lot of young people. Somebody will be in Paga, will be doing xylophones, and we will teach them how to put it on YouTube, Instagram, and reach international markets and sell them. So that is the advantage. Across all the entrepreneurship support agencies, there are modules that we do to help the youth access market remotely by use of social media. We help them build websites, how they can do Google Ads and other new strategies of reaching audience, across borders. So it is a very, very important tool. And, now every organization has a social media manager. Every serious organization has some. From communications organizations to agri companies. Even the traditional media companies like the BBC and CNN, whatever content they put on TV or radio, it goes on social media, because the kind of engaging content that is there has most of the youth, congregating there. So if that is where the youth are spending most of their time, and your target market is the youth, then you have to go there whether you like it or not. If the youth are spending time on TikTok and you are targeting them, you have to go to TikTok to also display your products and your wares there. So our personal lives, we put our staff there. Commercially, companies put their staff there, and I think it has become an indispensable tool for growth, whether personally or commercially. And personally, I will attest to the benefits of social media because of what it has done to me, by exposing me to the entire party that I'm in, and how I was able to showcase my communication prowess and other, strength that I had in the past.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the Ghana Digital Centers Limited.
Yeah.
When you took up that role, actually, you were the first CEO.
Yeah.
How arduous was that task?
It was quite arduous, my brother. It was quite arduous because I was just handed an empty block. Technology parks are spaces where tech companies have offices and labs. So ADC is a mini tech park. The Silicon Valleys and the big technology parks abroad are typical technology areas or parks. But what we have, which is about 9,600 square meter space for technology activity, is a mini tech park. And I was handed an empty space and we had to operationalize it. But I will give thanks and acknowledgement to my boss, the Honorable Ofosu, Kofi, under whose direction we worked. So the first thing we did was to get a good pricing for the space, and when we did that, we were able to onboard a lot of technology companies across the clusters. BPOs, which is the business process outsourcing session, where companies do data analytics, data entry, document processing, call center work. And then the SMEs, where we have small startups coming in to work and do other stuff. And it was challenging, but because of the support we got from the ministry and some strategies we deployed, we were able to, onboard as many technology companies as possible within the shortest possible time, and we achieved full occupancy. And now, if you go to the digital center, it's a very active place. That is where the online passport application takes place. World Vision Global have their global shared services there for providing payroll support services there. IO intermediaries have their mobile insurance there, micro insurance there. DocuPro does their document processing there. And there are startups that we've nurtured who are now operating in other countries in Africa because of the support we gave them. Yeah. And there are labs there, typical of tech parks. So there's a technology park, there's a tech lab there, and there's an innovation hub. The tech hub is like the fabrication space, the manufacturing space of the tech hub. So what happens there is that whatever designs and prototypes are done are brought there to be manufactured with 3D printers and cutters and other devices. I spoke to a young man 2 days ago. He had come to do internship at a digital center in 2019 as a computer science student in UNE Sunyani, and he got to know that C++ wasn't enough for him, so he needed to add Java, Python, and other languages, and that has helped him to land an IBM job now, and he's earning $6,000 a month.
Wow!
And he's even gotten scholarship to go and continue with his education in the States, and he's leaving this weekend. So that's a typical example of how a tech space with the right resources and environment, and finding the right team there can help you. Just becoming aware that this is the age we are in, and you need 2, 3, 4 more languages in addition to the C++ that to thrive as a programmer now. Yeah. Because he had the potential. Yeah. Gave him the direction to sit down and learn, and just a year after national service, he earned $6,000 from a Fortune 500 company, a global brand. Yeah. So these are clusters that we have at the digital center to provide various forms of support. There are those who come there for internship. There are those who come there for training. Those who come there to work in the business process outsourcing company, whether it is data entry or call center or what have you. And those who work for the tech startups, which are there. By dint of hard work, we're able to populate the place. We're giving KPIs, occupancy rate 1, number of technology jobs created and ancillary jobs, digital skills acquired and all that. And by the grace of God, by the time I was leaving, we had achieved all the metrics that we used to gauge our work. And my brother Kojo Ban is also continuing with the good work that he also started. Yeah.
Wonderful guy as well. He's also doing a good job now. But how different is the digital centers from the NEIP?
So the main difference is that whereas the digital center has to do with promotion of digital innovation and entrepreneurship, the NEIP has to do with promotion of everything entrepreneurship and innovation. So our mandate says to provide integrated national support for startups and small businesses. So the digital center was specific support for digital startups. If you are not a technology company, you don't qualify to even access space at the digital center. whatever business you are doing might be supported by technology for you to operate there. But NEIP, if you're an agri-business, we will support you. If you're a testers and government business, we will support you. If you're a manufacturing processing business, same. If you're a TVET, if you are in the creative sectors, even if you are a radio presenter like Leslie's Bill, we can provide you support. So that is support across all sectors of the economy in the initial stages of businesses where the nurturing and the hand-holding takes place. That is where we provide support in terms of funding, access to market, regulatory support and compliance, technology support, and the entire portfolio of business development support services to ensure that businesses are strengthened to grow and create jobs for other young people in Ghana.
For anybody who's listening right now, who probably wants to access those services, I mean, where do they start from? I mean, because I'm asking because, you know, like we said earlier in the show, government and everybody is now thinking entrepreneur, you know, entrepreneurship. People want to get into businesses. Some people have ideas. They don't know how to, you know, put it together very well for it to be a viable business and whatnot. If anybody is listening, times are tough. You are encouraging people to be entrepreneurs. Where do they start from?
So the government believes young people are enormous assets for economic development and transformation. That is why all these opportunities are being provided through NEIP and other entrepreneurship support agencies. All what you have to do is to follow us on social media, National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, because that is where we put up our programs. Or go on our website, www.neip.gov.gh, www.neip.co.gh, and every program that we have is listed there. So as and when we are doing a call for application, you will find it there. And our programs are run as and when. So our last application cycle was a call for you to apply for rice production at Esuchwari, Chopoli, in the Economic Enclave projects, where with the support of the Minister of Finance, they are putting up hostels to even accommodate youth on the farm site to provide them with tractors, machinery, and equipment for them to do rice production. So far, over 800 youth have come on board this project by going to our website and applying, and we are going to provide them with the training and the support. Anchor farmers are going to do the hand-holding and support them to do the cultivation of the rice and even help them link their products to the market. So every program that we have is listed on our website.
Okay, that's fine. I was not even asking. I'm glad you've actually shared this insight, because I'm sure some people will be happy to go onto their site and sign up. But I was actually asking it on a personal level. For anybody who's thinking of, Charlie, what do I do? What next? You know, apart from what?
Okay, I thought you were asking for the processes at MTN.
No.
At NEIP.
No. That's
I get you.
But I'm happy you shared that
I
as
get
well,
you.
because it's very useful. But I'm asking for somebody's personal life.
I get you. I'll go back to what I mentioned.
Personal development.
I'll go back to what I mentioned earlier about passion. That for whatever you want to do, make sure you are interested in it. You are passionate about it. Because entrepreneurship can be very challenging and difficult. There are various sectors you can do your business in, you can do your trading. One thing about Ghanaians is that we copy a lot. So when we see pure water business is booming, everybody will go into pure water. When we say there's com center business is booming, everybody will go into com center. But look within. What are you good at doing? What can you sell most? You know, what businesses can you do better? And then focus in those areas, and then get all the ingredients that you need to start those businesses. But the entrepreneurship theorists and experts will tell you most of the time the most important thing is not capital, but it is your integrity and how you present yourself. Because there are people who started big pharmacies by, you know, getting stock on credit, and now they are running very big pharmacies because they were credible, and when they got on credit, they made sure they paid back. So once the passion is there and you have interest in the field, even if it's challenging, you continue to, you know, pursue and make amends and do well. Of course, if it isn't working, I'm not saying that if the chosen field you are in isn't working for you as an entrepreneur, you necessarily be there. But whatever you are doing, you must enjoy it. If you are frying buffalo to sell, if it is something you like, you will get ideas about it. You will know that maybe if I do one in the evening and do one in the morning, I can double my sales. It's something you enjoy doing. You know, if you like agri business is there for you. If you are a technical person or vocational person and yours is the artisanal area, and that is where you want to do your business, focus there. If yours is buying and selling, and that is where your passion is, focus there. All the other things, every business person needs it. Whether it is the funding support, whether it is training and capacity building, whether it is access to market, whether it is regulatory and compliance, it does not really matter what sector you are coming for. You will need it. But what is most important is liking what you are doing, having the passion to do it, being interested in it, and being in the space of business that you like. And I think, with that, even when there are challenges, you will not give up. You will keep on trying. Like Thomas Edison, who did a lot of experiments before coming out with a bulb successfully, and who knows, you can become the next big entrepreneur.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the things that I've picked up from many of the entrepreneurs that I've interviewed on this show is the fact that failure is a part of the journey.
Yeah.
Have you personally failed at any journey?
Failure. We are still on the journey, so.
I mean, I like the sound of that. It means you've not failed at anything yet.
But there are micro things that we fail at, maybe on daily basis. But maybe if you come to the macro level, you may not have necessarily failed in something.
Yeah.
Maybe your education, you got it. Maybe you want to do politics, you are doing fairly well. Maybe in your relationship, you are doing fairly well. But it doesn't necessarily mean that, segments within the overall picture of what you pass, you may not have experienced some failures, along those journeys. So I think everybody feels one way or the other.
Yeah. You've had a very meteoric rise, if I could put it that way. What would you attribute the rise to?
By God's grace, and then I'll go back to my passion and consistency, because I think if you know how to do something, continue doing it over and over again, and it will be recognized. It will become conspicuous for people to see it. Everybody wants excellence. Everybody wants, success. Every employer wants somebody who can achieve for them. That is why when it is end of season for signing for footballers like this, you see a few players being chased here and there. But there are thousands of footballers, because every team manager wants to do well. So once you show that you are good at what you are doing, when they are looking for people to do that thing, they will come for you. If it is Choboy that you know how to say it well. When they want the best Choboy person, they will come and look for you. If you are somebody who is able to organize very well, be good at that, be consistent, keep on doing it. Because our political space is crowded. There are a lot of, elements there. It is very competitive, especially in my party, New Patriotic Party. I'm not the only young person who can run any NEIP. So you need to be consistent with what you are doing. You need to do it well, and that will help you to come out. And then once you establish yourself as maybe the best foot soldier, when they want a foot soldier, they will come and call you.
The president of the foot soldiers. Very interesting messages are coming in. Fred in OEBSA sends us a message. Says, Lexus, the guy is simply brilliant. Good show. God bless you, Lexus. Thank you so much. God bless you too. Parkwesi from P4C says, Lexus, Kofi is the only person who I know in government who has not hidden his blue tick on WhatsApp. He won't,
that's it.
He won't ghost you when you call him. He's such a down-to-earth person and a resourceful person. You've not hidden your blue tick.
But I'm not sure I'm the only one who hasn't hidden his.
No, let's focus on you. No, so you're that responsive. You don't ghost people.
I try, but it's not easy. As I'm talking to you right now, I have over 6,000 plus messages here on red.
So you have blue ticks on people.
So that one I haven't opened it, so no blue tick yet.
No blue tick yet.
But as soon as I open it, I'll respond. But to be fair, most of them are also group messages that you may never open. So
can I mean almost every WhatsApp?
I mean, almost
I
every.
see you are holding your phone. I want to have a look at it.
I mean, almost every MPP group, so it's normal.
Wow, there are 6,540
on red
messages.
That is my life. On a daily basis, that is how I live.
So, so what is your plan for these 6,000 messages?
If I see it, I read. If I don't see it, like, but let's I go to the stand of telling
some people's messages.
Yeah.
You've not read the voter, MPP politics, political ambassadors.
Those
you don't
are
read.
groups. No, but let's say I go to the extent of sharing with my colleagues how they can reach me. So if you send me a message on WhatsApp and I don't see it, you flash me on WhatsApp. When I see the missed WhatsApp call, then I'll be alerted to check. I do all this. Sometimes I even post them on Facebook to tell people how they can reach me.
I see.
And I run an open door policy too. Anytime they come to my office,
well, your WhatsApp is closed. 6,000 messages. This is not open door. Kobe in a sinful, she says, Lexus, Kofi is a great guy. He has this philanthropic character. God bless you for your generosity. And then I got another message from, is it Elen or EK Collections? Wow, Lexus, the man is very intelligent. Keep up the good work.
Oh, really?
Nice. What's the biggest lesson life has taught you, Kofi?
The biggest lesson, I think you should never, destroy relationships, no matter what level you are at, because nobody knows tomorrow. Because I've seen people go back to their subordinates for opportunities. It happens in politics, it happens in the corporate world, it happens in our markets, it happens everywhere. So I think no matter the position you have or the opportunity you have or the weight you carry, you should manage relationships well. And you shouldn't disrupt relationships unnecessarily, because they can, undo you in future, because, the world goes around and people are small today, they can become big tomorrow. You never know who you will need. It may not even be financial help. Yeah. Because you may be richer than a person, but that person may be the person you will need to survive. At that point in time. That's a very good I'm very careful with relationships, and I treat all people with respect and decorum, no matter your level, no matter where you are, whether I know you or not, whether it is an anonymous call or not. I approach everybody cautiously, because you have no idea who is calling and what they have for you tomorrow. Yeah.
That's a beautiful one.
Yeah.
I'm so excited that we had this conversation. I think you're a very wonderful young man, and there are great things ahead for you as well. So thank you so much for spending time with us here on Personality Profile.
Thank you so much for having me. Let's have also enjoyed the conversation with you.
I'm glad.
Thanks for having me. What did you do at Tech? Now I'm doing Personality Profile.
Now you're I was in social,
okay.
Of course.
You guys had all the nice ladies then.
Oh, did we? You were looking. Wow.
And social and college. We also had faculty. Faculty building, computer science. So we used to see all the nice social girls.
Wow. I mean, I thought you were concentrating on your books, but obviously not.
Extracurricular activities. They are all very important.
You are admiring social sciences.
But I did 4 zeros though.
You did 4 zeros? What?
I was too busy with computer science and test scoring and a catastrophe.
I see. But that's sad. That's very sad. So are you married now?
But Alex is looking at...
Are you married now?
No, I'm not. So the ladies can bring applications.
They won't bring anything. Now we know why you are not married. You did 4 zeros at K University. That's sad.
Well, K University, the ratio is very skewed and biased. But things have changed now.
Oh, really?
Because they've introduced a lot of humanities courses, social science courses. Now they are doing law, even PE, and a lot of ladies. You don't have a lot of ladies in the pro science courses.
Okay.
In my class, I think we were 120, and there were only 12 ladies.
Wow.
Computer science, yes, 2001, but
I'm hoping that.
So it was just 10%.
Yeah.
It was just 10%.
Are you giving excuses or what?
Oh, yes. I'm sure it was one of the reasons. I'm sure maybe it could have been a different story if I was at Lagos or UCC, where they have a lot of social ladies.
You're hilarious. Anyway, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks so much.
It was great talking to you.
Thank you, and greetings to all MPP food soldiers.
Yes. That's the food soldier president talking, eh? Kofi Ofosu Nkansah is the CEO of the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, and I've been having a conversation with him on Personality Profile. Very, very interesting conversation. If you missed any part of it, the video is live on our Facebook page. You can go check it out as well. I'm Lexus Bill. Thanks a lot to my team. Uncle Ken will be on your radio very shortly, right after the news. Stay tuned in and enjoy your evening.